Hey guys, so this is going to be the second video log that I have for recipes, off-season stuff. So what we have today is blueberry protein muffins. I'm going to take you through just a little step-by-step on how to make them. There are some things that you're going to need that you might not have, as one of them is being a very small little blender. It just makes it a lot easier to blend up the oats so that you get a powder, more like a flour powder than if you had like whole oats. I find that if you use the whole oats, it kind of makes it a little weird texture when you make the muffins. Having it so it's just like flour makes the consistency more like a muffin instead of some weird oat thing. It's weird. I don't like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through. I'm going to show you what you need, all the ingredients, cook time, temperature, all that good stuff, and hopefully you enjoy it. Thanks guys. See ya. So what we have here are the ingredients for our blueberry protein muffins. What we have here in this first bowl is oats. I ground it up into a finer powder. It just mixes a lot easier, makes it a lot easier to cook, and then it gives it a better texture of the muffin when the finished product comes out. Secondly, in this bowl we have our cottage cheese, 1/2 cup. This is 1.5 cups of oats, 1/2 cup of cottage cheese, that's low-fat cottage cheese. I have 1 scoop of Gaspari vanilla protein, that's 36 grams. We're going to have some baking powder in it, some cinnamon, some vanilla, some blueberries from Fresh and Easy, and some eggs. There's going to be about 5 egg whites and 2 whole eggs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cottage cheese and the egg whites and the eggs, and I'm going to blend them in my little Hamilton Beach blender right here that I have. It does the trick real well. I do weigh everything out on my food scale. If you don't have a food scale and you're in the fitness industry, or you are wanting to get into the fitness industry, or you just want to get in shape, I would really suggest getting a food scale if you don't have one already. So what we have in the bowl right now is all our dry ingredients. We have our 1.5 cups or 120 grams of oats that we ground up. We have our 1 scoop of vanilla protein from Gaspari, 36 grams. We have 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon, that white substance right there is the baking powder, 1 teaspoon there. Now we have our wet ingredients in the Hamilton Beach blender that I have here. It's pretty small. I mean, I could fit, the 5 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, and the 1/2 cup of cottage cheese in there, no problem. I'm going to blend it up really quick, then I'm going to incorporate the wet into the dry, and we're going to go from there. So now here we have all the wet and the dry ingredients into one bowl. I'm just going to stir to incorporate everything together. I do like to use the Hamilton Beach blender, and the reason why I like using that for the egg whites and the cottage cheese is I feel like I get a fluffier product. Once I incorporate everything and it comes out of the oven, I feel like the muffins that have come out, they're not so dense, they're a little bit more airy, which is always a good thing. I know mixing it with a wire whisk, not really the best way of doing it. I should be doing it with a spatula and folding it in, but this is a lot faster than trying to fold everything in. This is going to go in a muffin tin, and then we're going to pop it in the oven. I did add some Madagascar pure vanilla extract, just a few drops here and there, just to boost up the flavor of all the other ingredients. Okay guys, one last thing. After the vanilla I added to the ingredients, I have 140 grams, that's 1 cup of frozen blueberries. I like to use the frozen blueberries a little bit more because if you use fresh blueberries and you put it into the oven, they kind of disintegrate into the muffin. Using the frozen blueberries, it kind of keeps them together a little bit more and just makes a better product. Now we're going to take the frozen blueberries and we're going to take them and dump them directly into the muffin mix, making sure to get everything in there. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take a regular spoon and I'm just going to fold the blueberries into the mix, since I've already mixed the mix together a little bit more than I would have liked. Now I'm just going to ladle these into the muffin tin, and then we're going to pop them in the oven. So here we have all the muffins. They're already in the muffin tin. I did spray it with extra virgin olive oil cooking spray. It just makes it easier for them to come out instead of getting stuck into the muffin tin. You really don't want the muffins to get stuck there, and you have to scrape them out with a knife and probably ruin your muffin tin. So we're going to pop these in the oven, 350 degrees for about 12 minutes. Pull them out and see what we have. So here we have the final product that just came out of the oven. Total cook time for these muffins, I know I said it was going to be between 12 and 15 minutes. And it's going to vary on your oven, how the temperature that your oven comes to, and how accurate your oven is. This oven, since it's pretty old, we're in an older apartment, isn't as accurate as I'd like it to be. So these were actually in for about 15 to 18 minutes. The last 60 to 70 seconds I had it in there, I put it on the broiler to get this darker brown color, a little crust on the top. I'm going to turn these out onto the cutting board, let them rest, and then they'll be done. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any comments or any questions, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. And I hope you enjoy the muffins.